Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and you guys, week 3 of the UCL, where the St. Louis Rampardos taking on the Long Island RegiRockies. Nips is 1-1 so far this season. We are 2-0. If you guys are stoked for this match, I need you guys to smash that like button down below. Let's hit 2,000 likes, guys. I know you can do it. Show your support for the UCL, and of course, don't forget to check out Nips' channel in the description below. If you missed my pregame, of course, it's on the annotation or in the description below. Make sure you guys watch that so you can see what kind of sets I'm running, why I'm running them, and so on and so forth. You can see my prediction for what I think Nips is going to bring in this match as well is on the screen, so we'll find out if my predictions are correct. I predict him to mostly, he's going to bring the Manectric, he's going to bring the Mamoswine, he's probably going to bring the Breloom, he might bring the Tentacruel, the Gliscor, Tornadus. I think he's going to try to use those. I think he's going to bring one Pokemon that's going to be a little bit out there, and I think that Delphox is going to be that Pokemon, because I believe Delphox does get Dazzling Gleam, which means it can handle Hydreigon, so I have to be a little bit cautious of that. So we're going to see here momentarily what he's going to bring, but I have my team ready to rock. The only thing I'm hoping that, well, I'm hoping we win, obviously, but one of the things I'm hoping is that safety goggles on Mesprit does come in handy, because it is a bit risky to not run the leftovers instead of running safety goggles just to handle that Breloom in case he wants to try to spore us, but we do naturally outspeed the Breloom, so it's not really that crazy of a matchup. So I don't know how well it's going to work, but it does give us a free switch in to the Breloom every time. I had thought about bringing Crobat for the Breloom, but I felt that the priority on this team and having another Levitator, it all kind of made sense. Mesprit is a little bit more utility, and it gives me an ability to set up Stealth Rock. So we're going to pause here and just wait until he sends the challenge, and we'll see what's going on. Alright guys, so we're connecting right now. I do want to just point out the question of the day. What is your favorite Pokemon to use on an in-game playthrough? So make sure you guys let me know in the comments section below. Mine is probably Crobat actually itself, but let's do this, man. We're about to take on Nips and the Long Island RegiRockies. This is going to be actually a pretty important matchup for us, because I think 3-0 sounds a heck of a lot better than 2-1. So we're going to really have to make sure we pull out all the stops here to come up with the W, and I'm curious to see the team reveal here, because that's going to tell us a lot about what his strategy is and kind of what he's going for. But I know the Manectric is coming, so I'm just gonna write that down now, and I'm pretty sure that Mamoswine is coming as well. It would be very weird if he didn't bring those two. I would say the Breloom and the Gliscor may be interchangeable a little bit, but if he doesn't bring the Bronzong or anything like that, I might be able to kind of deduce that the fact that the Mamoswine might be a Stealth Rock user. But we're gonna find out. Once I see that team preview, we can start to kind of make some predictions here and try to figure out what's gonna make the most sense. In my mind, my dedicated lead is my Mesprit. Just because it does match up pretty well against a lot of his Pokemon, and I don't think he's going to leave with the Manectric once he sees Golurk. So he actually does bring the Bronzong, and he does bring the Delphox as well, so Delphox, not too surprised about that. He brings the Bronzong, and he brings the Breloom, and he brings the Tentacruel. So he actually doesn't bring a lot of the things I thought he was going to bring, but that's okay. I prepared for the bigger threats that I thought I needed to prepare for, and that's not a huge deal. So let me update the layout here live. We're going to get Bronzong up in there, and lastly I need to get Tentacruel up there because he did not bring Gliscor. So that leads me to believe the Bronzong is definitely going to be his rock setter. So he might lead with Bronzong. That would make a lot of sense for him to lead with the Bronzong. So for me, if he leads with Bronzong, I feel like a potential lead on my end. I mean, New Mew, Cyborg, both of those are good leads. Cyborg's actually a really good lead unless he leads with a Breloom, which is what I'm worried about. He might predict me to lead with Mesprit, which was my initial plan. If he gets up rocks, it's not a huge deal to my team. I want to get up my own rocks. So I'm going to lead with Mesprit here. I think that's my best play. I really feel like Mesprit's my best lead here. I can get on my own rocks, going to hurt that Delphox, going to wither down that Mamoswine. It's going to force him to go for the Rapid Spin, which he's not going to be able to do because I do have my Golurk. I just think that's my best play, is to do that. I just feel like the Bronzong is going to be his lead. I can get the knockoff off, get rid of its item in case he has the light clay, and get up my own rocks. So let's do that. Let's do that. I want to get rid of that item on that Bronzong. I'm expecting him fully to lead with Bronzong, potentially Breloom, but I'm really thinking that Bronzong is lead. He could lead with Manectric and try to Volt Switch out, but I'm thinking that we're pretty safe here to just lead with our Mesprit, which was my initial plan. He might predict that, but he's going to lead with my lunch, which is the Tentacruel, actually. So kind of surprised to see the Tentacruel here. He might actually be carrying the T-Spikes, which doesn't hurt my team too bad. I'm pretty free to go for a Psychic here. I just want to see how much it's going to do. Or I'm pretty free to get at my rocks, but I feel like getting at my rocks right now doesn't make a whole lot of sense, just because he is obviously... so if he's specially defensive, I'm not going to do that much to him. If he's physically defensive, we're going to do a ton. If he's physically defensive, we're going to do about 50%. It's 2 KO, so I'm thinking I'm just going to fire off either the Psychic or the knockoff here. Let's go. He might have the T-Spikes. I'm actually really worried about that, but that's going to give Conkeldurr a boost. And like I said, a lot of the Pokemon on my team don't worry about T-Spikes too much. Do I want to just go for the knockoff here to get rid of his Black Sledge? Or do I want to go for the Psychic for the damage? His switch in to the Psychic is Bronzong. Let's go for the knockoff. I want to get rid of that Black Sledge. We're not going to 2 KO anyway. He is going to switch, so he mispredicted that lead, and he is going to go into Giuseppe, which is the Bronzong. So we're going to get rid of this item right away. That does a good amount of damage. Is that a crit? No, that's just going to get rid of his leftovers. That's specially defensive. I'm going to double check it here, but that is that looked like specially defensive Bronzong. That knockoff should have been doing... That looks... no, you know what? That might have been physically defensive. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but he did have leftovers, so I know he's supportive. Now, I can go for either the Stealth Rocks, or I could switch out here on his Stealth Rocks and go into Go Lurk. He has really nothing that wants to take an Earthquake, except for the Bronzong, and I can actually go for a big Shadow Punch, which will do a tremendous amount to this thing. Let me think about this. Is that my best play? Do I think I should get Rocks up right now, early game? Or do I think yeah, Shadow Punch is going to do a lot. Let's actually just do that. Let's just switch in a Cyborg here, predicting the Stealth Rocks, and we'll try to get off a nice little Shadow Punch. And if he attacks us or Toxic, it's not a big deal. I'm not too concerned about that. I think my Mesprit has a lot of use in this game, so we're going to save it for now. He's going to go for the Stealth Rocks. So he does have the Stealth Rocks, not too surprised. He probably wish he led with it, but... Now I'm pretty free here to just Shadow Punch. There's nothing on his team that really wants to take it, and it does look like it's going to OHKO. The Drain Punch isn't going to do enough, so I'm thinking the Shadow Punch is my best play here. It does get the Iron Fist boost, and I will outspeed a Bronzong in pretty much every scenario. This has a chance to kill. It's a roll. It looks like it's a roll if he's specially defensive. It's definitely my best play. Let's go for the Shadow Punch, and we'll see what he's going to do. He's going to stay in. This has a chance to knock him out right off the bat here. And it's going to come up a little bit short. He's going to go for the Toxic, so that's fine with me. He does go for the Toxic, which shows that he is obviously defensive. And, I mean, I figured that out, but I'm thinking a Drain Punch will knock him out based on that damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a Drain Punch is going to knock him out. Drain Punch does about 25%. Even if he's physically defensive, it's going to do a 20. Yeah, Drain Punch is going to knock him out. He's at like 10%. So let's go for that Drain Punch here. I don't know what else he would go into, but I think Drain Punch is our safest play. We'll get a little bit of health back. He's actually just going to let this thing die. It looks like this should knock him out, and it does. So Golurk is going to pick up the first kill. Kills Bronzong, and all Bronzong was able to do was set up the rocks and get Toxic off. So with Drain Punch. So he does get some Toxic damage off on us, but I'm going to be curious to see who he tries to switch in here. I'm thinking that that Tentacruel might come in, which actually wouldn't be that bad. See, the thing is I have Assault Vest, and now I don't have to worry about a burn. So he doesn't really have any good switch-ins except for the Mamoswine, but Mamoswine's his best switch-in. He's got to go into Mamoswine here. He has to go into Mamoswine. Here comes the Mamoswine. So the Icicle Crash is so incredibly obvious right now. Do I think I can take one? I don't think I can. Let me see. If he's a physical attacker, he's probably going to destroy me with Icicle Crash. Yeah, he's going to destroy me. And Earthquake does a lot too. We definitely got to switch. But who do I switch into? I switch into my Conk right now, which makes the most sense. As long as he's not banded, Conk can handle this thing. Like, pretty well too. Yeah, with Life Orb, it's a 2-hit KO on the Conk. So I'm thinking we got to go to Conkeldurr here. He's going to go for the Icicle Crash, and we could take that easily. So let's go to Conk. Let's make this play. We'll see if, hopefully it's not an over-prediction here. If he goes for Earthquake, I would have wished to stay in. But I think Golurk still has some utility here. So let's see what he's going to go for. He goes for the Icicle Crash, so he does hit it. We're going to find out kind of what set he is, if he's got that Life Orb or not here shortly. It's about 40%, so no Life Orb though. He doesn't show a Life Orb, so he could be Focus Sash. I'm pretty free to Drain Punch here. It's going to hurt everything on his team. The Earthquake is another good play. I'm just debating on whether I think the Earthquake is worth it, predicting the switch out. He has got no Levitators now, so Earthquake is pretty nice. Let me see here against Mamoswine. Earthquake is going to do about 30%. It's not quite what I want. Drain Punch does a tremendous amount more. Plus, I get some health back. So I'm thinking the Drain Punch makes the most sense. Because even if that Tentacruel comes in, it's not going to want to take a Drain Punch and an Earthquake. And I'm going to hit everything else super hard. So let's go for the Drain Punch here. If he stays in, that's fine. If he switches, that's fine. I should be able to live an Earthquake at this range. That Icicle Crash. Let me just do a quick calc here. Icicle Crash should have done about... Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. He's not Life Orb, though, so... That leaves me a little bit confused. Leaves me a little bit confused that he's not Life Orb. He's got the Icicle Crash. Okay. So, I mean, even if Tentacruel comes in here again, I do have the Earthquake, and I can get a Drain Punch off. I can hit something really hard. Hercules is very important for me, because it's obviously my Mamo check, and I should be able to take a hit here, so an Earthquake, based on that Icicle Crash damage. I just don't know what item he has. That's the thing I'm worried about. Is it a Sash Mamo? Is he running Sash Mamoswine right now? That is the question. I need to keep Hercules. He's gonna switch. He's probably gonna go into Tentacruel here to take the hit. I was gonna Earthquake, but he's gonna go into Delilah, which is the Delphox. So that's fine. I'm gonna get a big Drain Punch off on this thing. Now, I do have to switch here because that Psyshock is going to do way too much damage to me. I cannot afford to stay in here. Now, he could predict the switch and go... Oh, this is a tough prediction here. This is a very tough prediction here. How much does the Psyshock do to me? Do I want to take the chance here and get this kill? He is Delphox and standard Delphox. I mean, I'm sure... Psyshock does 69 to 81% if he's Life Orb. How much damage does that do? That Drain Punch did about 28%. I can't really tell from the Drain Punch damage. If he is Life Orb, though, that Psyshock will kill me. I can kill him with an Earthquake. I'm just afraid he's going to predict my switch into Hydreigon and go for the Dazzling Gleam, which would be a terrible play. Now, I know I can live a Dazzling Gleam. Who do I switch in here? Is it safe to just go into... Is it safe to just go into Mesprit here, which I consider to be one of the lesser needed Pokemon on my team right now? I think Mesprit is my safest play. If he goes for the Fire Blast, it's going to do a lot to me, but I think I got to go into Mesprit here. It's too risky to stay in. I got to find out what kind of Delphox this is, and I need my Conkeldurr still. So let's not take any huge risks. Let's go into New Mew here, my Mesprit, and see what he's going to do. Find out if he is Life Orb and all that other stuff. He's going over the Dazzling Gleam, so I could have stayed in and killed him with an Earthquake, but that's fine. It doesn't really do too much, and that does confirm that he has the Dazzling Gleam, which I expected. So good thing I didn't go into Hydreigon. This is a free opportunity for me to stealth my Stealth Rocks. I could also get a knockoff on something, which would be nice as well. Actually, all that stuff sounds good, but I think getting my Stealth Rocks up would be nice. Although I have a feeling this thing might be Scarfed. So let's get the Rocks up. He's gonna switch, so he might be Scarfed. He might be Scarfed. And he goes into Manectric, which is of course his Beast Manectric here. I'm gonna get my Rocks up, which is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, this is a very free switch for me into Golurk. Now, he might predict that and go for the Overheat, but I can sponge any hit. This Golurk is designed for this matchup here. This is what this Golurk is meant to do. It's meant to take on this Manectric. So we're just going to not even think about it. We're going straight into it here. We're going to see what he's going to do. But I'm thinking that Delphox might be Scarf, so we got to keep an eye out for that. I could keep New Mew in here and just go for the Psychic, but I think it still has some utility, especially with that Breloom still around. So I'm thinking Golurk's my best play. If he goes for the Overheat or the HP Ice, that's fine. I can eat up HP Ices all day. Manectric. The only thing that I don't want to have happen is him double switch out. That's what I don't want. HP Ice is a 30%, so I could freely Drain Punch after the HP Ice, or even Shadow Punch, any of that stuff. If I don't think he's gonna, and I can actually freely Earthquake at this point too. So we'll see what he's gonna go for here. If he goes for the HP Ice, that's fine. It does about 30%, so I could take 2 HP Ices. I could take pretty much anything. He is gonna get the Intimidate when he Mega Evolves though, so we do need to keep that in mind. That's gonna take down a little bit from what our Earthquake is gonna do, but we're gonna find out what this Manectric's gonna do here momentarily. It is obviously Mega Metagross. He is going to evolve, so now I'm free to Thunderbolt later with Raikou, which is nice. He doesn't have the Lightning Rod anymore, and he does get the Intimidate off, so we'll have to keep that in mind in our calcs. And he does go for the Volt Switch, so perfectly played. That's exactly why we brought the Golurk, to stop the Volt Switching. That is exactly why we brought Golurk. Now, the Intimidate, I believe, is factored in automatically in the calcs, and it is, so I'm just going to double check it, and I'm going to put the Intimidate back on here now. And Earthquake hits everything on his team pretty hard, barring Breloom. Breloom is his obvious switch in here. Do I want to go for the Ice Punch right now, or do I want to just go for the Earthquake? The Ice Punch would be nice for the Breloom. It's going to do a lot to him. Or what I could do is I could double out in a Mesprit, because he's not gonna, he might stay in an HP Ice, but I doubt it. I doubt he's gonna stay in an HP Ice. I feel like I need to just go for the Earthquake, because even if the Breloom comes in, I have a free switch in a Mesprit, and that's not a huge deal. Because Mesprit could take the hit. I feel like I just need to go for the Earthquake and get some damage off. So let's go for that. I don't want to overpredict. He might go for the HP Ice. I'd rather get the kill if I can get it, as opposed to trying to overpredict and making a mistake. He does go for the Hidden Power Ice. That is going to be wonderful. This has a chance to knock him out. It's a very good chance. That Assault Vest coming in handy. Cyborg, please get this kill, Cyborg. I know you could do this, my dude. And that is going to just straight up clean knock out the Manectric. And Golurk picking up its second kill, dude. Kills Manectric with Earthquake. And he did not know I am running max special defense, max attack with Assault Vest, which of course allows me to live that HP Ice. And this Cyborg has picked up the first 2 kills in the match. Golurk, my first pick in the NU tier, stopped that Manectric from Volt Switching, and now Golurk still has a little bit of usefulness, but not a tremendous amount. I think he did his job, and I'm very happy with that. I think now Golurk has done its thing, man. It took out a Bronzong and it took out the Manectric, 2 of the biggest threats, and now I don't have to worry about the Volt Switch spam. I also have Rock Sub, which can break a potential Sash for the Mamo. The only thing I might consider keeping this Golurk for is to keep that Tentacruel from rapid spinning. Just to kind of basically make sure I don't allow him to break the Sash in the Mamo. So I'm thinking that Delphox is Scarfed. I really feel like the Delphox is Scarfed at this point. I think the Mamo could come in, but he probably doesn't want to lock himself into anything if he's not Focus Sash. He's gonna break his Sash if he comes in. And the Tentacruel, if the Tentacruel comes in, I actually probably can live a Scald, or pretty close. I don't know. It'll be close whether I can live. If he's not offensive, which I doubt he is, no one really runs offensive time, I might be able to live this. He's gonna go into my Mosh here, which is the Mamoswine. Take some rocks damage, and now I gotta decide whether I want to let this thing die, which I think is what I should do. I don't want to take an Earthquake with anything. I think I just let this thing die and just fire off a Drain Punch here and just let him die if he kills me. If he misses the Icicle Crash, then fine. But the Earthquake is his safe play here. So the thing is, if he's locked into, if he's for some reason Scarfed or anything like that, then that just gives me free switches. So we'll see what he's gonna do here. I gotta get rid of this Mamoswine now, without taking too many risks. We don't want to take any big risks. So I'm gonna he's gonna go for the knockoff. So he does show the knockoff. That is gonna, of course, kill Cyborg here, which is fine, but we see a couple different moves in this thing. He does have the knockoff. That's fine. So Golurk dies to Mamoswine knockoff. All right, now we gotta think about this move here, because this is a tough decision. If he's Scarfed, then Hydra is fine to come in here and drop a Draco, which is what I think, or just U-turn out, to be perfectly honest. That's what I think I should do, is just go into Hydra here, because if he's Scarfed, he's not going to knock off. So I'm pretty free to just go into Hydra here. I don't want to go into New Mew because he does have the knockoff. So I'm thinking that Hail Hydra is my best play, because I could just drop a Draco on anything on his team, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So that's what we're going to do here. Let me just check Tentacruel and see how well it handles a Draco Meteor. It does take the Draco pretty well. I'm thinking I'm just going to U-turn, actually. That's what I'm thinking. We haven't seen whether this thing has Ice Shard, but I can take an Ice Shard, so it's not the end of the world. He's obviously not Life Orb. Ice Shard only does, without the Life Orb, it's going to do like 50%, depending on his set. So I'm pretty free to just U-turn. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to U-turn out, see if he switches. He does switch, which is good. So he could actually be banded. I don't think so, but he is going to go into my lunch here, which is the Tentacruel. So that switch is really good. We're going to get a free U-turn off here on the Tentacruel, which is good. And be able to do a little bit of damage to it. And freely go into Raikou, actually. I can go into Raikou and T-Bolt, which brings in the Mamo, which is probably not the best play. Hercules can come in here and Earthquake, which is nice. That's actually not a bad play, because he can't really touch me, and the burn doesn't matter to me. New Mew can come in and Psychic, which is nice, because if he Rapid Spins, I can get rid of it. And I could just go for the Psychic. Nothing on this team really wants to take a Psychic. Except for maybe the Delphox. I kind of want to keep Hercules alive because of the Mamo. So let's go into New Mew here, and I'm just going to fire off a Psychic. It should be a 2-hit KO from this range. I do take some Stealth Rocks damage, which is a bit unfortunate. He does have the Black Sledge as well. I'm thinking the Psychic is my best play. He's got nothing on his team that wants to take it, so he's probably going to stay in here. So we're going to be able to fire off a free Psychic, and I don't think he's going to... I think he's got to stay in, because he can't... He could go into Delphox, but maybe I should have knocked off instead, to be honest. But I feel like I can take a hit from Delphox, because he's going to have to Fire Blast me, and he's Scarfed, so he doesn't have the Life Orb on the Delphox, so I feel like I can take a hit. And honestly, we're going to get Stealth Rocks damage on Delphox, we're going to get chip damage with the Psychic. Won't do a ton, but it'll do something, you know? But I'm pretty sure that Delphox is Scarfed, so we got to keep that in mind. I almost kind of want to keep him Scarfed, to be honest, for now. That way he's stuck with one move. Let's see what he's going to do here. I feel like he's going to stay in, which is why I went for the Psychic, because it should be a 2-hit KO at this range. It's about 10%. Should be a 2-hit KO. I mean, Tentacruel is a... I mean, the Delphox switch-in is a good switch, but if I went for knockoff, he loses his Scarf, and that really messes him up. So, this should be a 2-hit KO. If not, I'm going to be an upset individual. He's going to stay in, so we're going to get the Psychic off. We should be able to live a Scald, no problem. This is going to be... That's close to a 2-hit KO. He goes for the Mirror Coat, and he's going to knock us out. Great play, dude. Great play, man. I did not think about that. I almost went for the knockoff. Tentacruel kills Mesprit with Mirror Coat. That was close, man. That stinks, too. So Tentacruel has Mirror Coat. That's the only move we've seen. Alright, so who's my switching now? Hydreigon, maybe? Just Dark Pulse things. Sabretooth is obviously another good one, because I could sub up and going for Calm Minds. Let's do that. Let's go to Sabretooth. I kind of want to find out what kind of Mamoswine he's rocking here. I really want to find out. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I am putting pressure on him. I think the Mamoswine's coming out. Do I just double out here? Or do I just go for the HP Ice and try to hurt him? Because I can sub up here and then force the Mamoswine. Let's just sub up. Let's just sub up. Let's go for the safe play. I doubt he's going to stay in, so... If only you went for the knockoff there. I was so close. I was so close to going for the knockoff. That's actually not good, man. Losing Mesprit there is not good. Because Mesprit was a good check to Breloom. But we have other answers, so it's not the end of the world. We do have some other answers for Breloom still. See what he's going to do here. He's probably going to switch. We're going to sub up, get the Mamo out here. It's going to take Stealth Rocks damage. I'm free to HP Ice. We'll find out if he's thick fat or not. He's going to break our subs a few times. We're going to find out what move he's going for, because I feel like that Mamo... I don't know if he's Scarfed, but I feel like that Mamo's locked into whatever he's going for, because he keeps switching out. He went for the knockoff. Icicle Crash definitely has Earthquake. So, the last move is probably Ice Shard. Might be a little too early to set up this sub, but... I think it's our best play here. I want to get more damage on that Mamoswine. Or as I spill water on myself. Good job. He's gonna switch. So we get a free sub here. In comes the Mamo. Which we expected, obviously. Take some Stealth Rocks damage again, which is nice. We're gonna be able to get off a free HP Ice here, and we're gonna find out how much this is gonna do. It shouldn't do too much, but we're gonna find out at least kind of what Mamoswine he's running here. Whether he does have the... Oh, you know what? He could be Assault Vest, actually. He could be Assault Vest. Yeah, I think I just figured it out. That's what he is. He's probably Assault Vest Mamoswine. Let's go for the HP Ice here, and we'll find out what he's going to go for. He's probably going to... We are outspeeding. This is Assault Vest, I'm pretty sure. Now that I think about it, that makes all the sense in the world. Nah, did a decent amount. A little bit more than I thought. There's the Earthquake, which we expected. So that's going to break our sub. Now I have a tough decision to make here. Do I think that at this range I can kill him with a Mach Punch from Conkeldurr? That is the question of the century right now. Does Conkeldurr kill Mamo at this range? I don't know. Mach Punch is going to do about 50%, so we actually need a little bit more damage on him. Who is my switch in right now? I can't go into Hydra. Do I just let this thing die is the question. Is that a poor decision to just let this thing die? See if he overpredicts? This is a tough decision, actually. This Mamoswine's a problem. This Mamoswine is a big problem right now. Very, very big problem. I don't really have a free switch into anything. This Mamoswine is creating issues here. Do I still need this Raikou right now? Is this Raikou still necessary for me? It handles the Tentacruel, which is nice. And it's good once the Mamo's gone. Once the Mamo's gone, this Raikou is a beast. But until that happens, we're in a bit of trouble. I don't want to predict wrong here and go into Hydra. And I still want Hercules. Although what I could do is go into Hercules, take the hit, Mach Punch if he stays in. He might go into Delphox, but that's okay. Because then I have another switch. I think that's what I should do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Hercules here and fire off a Mach Punch if he stays in. I don't know if I can live 2 hits here. I'm thinking he's going to Icicle Crash, though. I'm thinking he's going to Icicle Crash. The Stealth Rock's damage is going to hit me. He's going to Icicle Crash, so he does predict the switch, which I figured he would. That actually works out for me, though, because I could live the hit, and I should be able to live an Ice Shard. That's a crit. He crits me. That stinks, man. That really stinks. If he has Ice Shard, we're going to lose our Hercules here. He does have the Ice Shard. Can I live this hit? I don't think I can. That crit matters so much. That crit matters so much, dude. That crit matters so much. Alright, does Mega Metagross kill Mamo at 70%? I don't think it does. Bullet Punch is 63 to 70. It's so close, dude. 63 to 70. 63 to 70. That looks like it's gonna be a roll. Is it worth the risk right now? I can't believe he crit me there. That really stinks. That really, really stinks. If I get a bad roll, I'm in trouble. Hydreigon comes in, I can take the Ice Shard, and I can go for a Draco, but is Draco gonna kill if it's Assault Vest? I don't think it is. Actually, no, I don't think so. It's Draco's better chance to kill than Bullet Punch from Metagross, but then he has a free opportunity to set up. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. That crit really messes me up. We're gonna Mega Evolve, we're gonna go for the Bullet Punch, and we're gonna hope it kills. That's what I gotta do. That's my best play here. That's what I feel like I need to do right now. Is Mega Evolve. I gotta get this Mega Evolve off. And we're gonna go for the Bullet Punch, and we're gonna hope it kills. It's a roll. The roll is in our favor. The roll is most certainly in our favor. He is gonna stay in. This is huge. This is the game right here. This is the game right here. That crit mattered so much because I needed that Mach Punch damage on this thing to make me feel safe. We're gonna go for the Bullet Punch. He's got the Steel Reducing Berry. Wow. He's not Assault Vest. I messed that up so badly. The Babiri Berry is gonna kill me. Wow. Wow. Do we have any way to win this match right now? Hydreigon comes in, can Dark Pulse. He's Scarf Delphox. So that means I need to get Sabertooth in and live 2 Dazzling Gleams. I can HP Ice. Hydreigon comes in. Dark Pulse will kill from here. He's gonna get the Ice Shard off. Breloom comes in. I can't kill Breloom. What's my best play here? The Dark Pulse is my best. Earth Power's not bad either. I think the Earth Power is gonna kill. I got a Dark Pulse here, I think. U-turn won't kill. We're gonna Dark Pulse. He's gonna Ice Shard, I'm sure. No, he's gonna switch. Why? He's gonna save this thing. Go into what? My Lunch. So he's gonna go into the Tentacruel. We should be able to actually kill this thing, I would imagine, with 2 Dark Pulses. That's not gonna kill him. We get a crit that was completely unnecessary. So that's good. Alright, I'm gonna make a very interesting play here. We're gonna go into Sabertooth now. Take some Stealth Rocks damage. We'll see what he's gonna go for. If he Scalds me, I need him to not get a burn. I hope he Ice Beams. Let's go for the Scald. And the burn. Of course the burn. Of course. Of course the burn. That crit mattered so much, dude. That crit mattered so much. Does an HP Ice kill from here? Mamo comes in. I think I lost this match. I mean, that's it. That's it. We have to T-Bolt. We have to T-Bolt. I can't HP Ice. We got T-Bolt. It's gonna kill the Tentacruel. And he wins basically with Ice Shard, Mamoswine, and Mach Punch Breloom. He wins. Because Conkeldurr got crit. I'm very salty right now. He played very well. That Mirror Coat on the Tentacruel was good on the Mesprit. But I'm salty, man. That Babiri Berry on the Mamoswine, I thought it was AV the whole time. So good plays there. If only I went into Hydreigon and Draco, that would have been the better play, but I didn't want to chance him being Assault Vest because I thought he was AV the whole time. Although I should have known he wasn't because of the HP Ice. Wow. I don't think there's any way out of this. If the Delphox is not Scarfed for some reason, here comes the Breloom. So I'm sure the Breloom is just going to Mach Punch and kill me here. The Breloom is not Scarfed for some reason. I guess we have a chance still. I'm going to HP Ice here. He's probably going to Mach Punch and kill me. He does have the Mach Punch that is going to knock me out, I'm sure. Especially if he's Technician boosted, that does kill me. So Raikou goes down. And honestly, all I can do, I have to Draco. To get the kill, but I can't. I would need like crit Dracos for days here. I don't think I'm living the Mach Punch anyway. I need like crit Draco Meteors for days. I can't believe I just lost this match. I'm very upset right now. I clicked Dark Pulse anyway, so I just lost even more because I didn't even click Draco. And it doesn't matter because we go down. So Breloom kills Hydreigon, and we're going to lose 3-0. Good game, Nips. I appreciate it, guys. If you enjoyed this match, please leave a thumbs up rating for me, guys. That'd be absolutely phenomenal. Nips played very, very well. And that's just how Pokemon works sometimes, guys. You know, sometimes hacks happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm going to get the heck out of here. I will catch you guys later. Peace.